Hi, I'm Scotty Ogden, and this is the first week of 2024. How are you doing this year so far? You ever wonder why everyone makes these New Year's resolutions that never stick? Well, here's the reason why. It's because we make these decisions on New Year's Eve instead of really thinking about what our why is. So today we're going to talk about how to create achievable goals and visions and turn that into reality. Focus on the current state you're in right now. Where are you at? So we do this unintentionally, but we're going to do this intentionally. Where are you at financially? Where are you at with your relationships in your life? Where are you at with your job? Are you happy with your job? Where are you at with your family? And where are you at with your personal development? Be honest with yourself. Write it down. Write down whether you're proud of it or whether you're sorry for it. Whether you are happy that you've got to that point or whether you still need improvement on that point. And it's not because we want to focus on what you need improvement on. It's because we want to take the things that you need improvement on and put those aside for a bit and focus on the things that we're good at. Are you living the dream? This is something people always ask me. Are you living the dream? Yeah, I'm living the dream. Well, I've created an acronym so that those words actually mean something. So the D stands for divine, the R stands for relationships, the E stands for employment, the A stands for assets, and the M stands for me. The first acronym is the D, divine. And whether or not you believe in God, the universe, or some greater power, it's all about what you believe in, your faith, your spirituality, and how you are, your aura. When you walk into a room, are you lighting the room up or are you dimming the room? Are you energy or are you energy draining? This is your divine. So where do you want to be? Do you want to be happier or do you want to be more miserable? So this is your divine part. The second one is relationships. So these could be the relationships with your friends, your family, your spouse, or even business relationships. Just relationships in general. Where are you at? Do you have a good set of friends? Do people trust you? Where do you want to be? The third one is E, employment. So whether or not you work for the man or you work for somebody else or you have your own company or you volunteer your own time, maybe you're donating your time to someone. This is what you do. This is like your employment. This is your job. Are you happy with your job? Or do you want to exceed or better yourself in this career? Do you want to grow in this career? These are some questions you can ask yourself. The fourth one is A. This is your assets. What do you own? How much money do you have? What do you own? What are the assets you have? You might not have anything. You might have just the shirt on your back. Or you might have 3 houses or 5 cars, whatever it is. This is something you need to write down and be honest with yourself. Is this what you want? Do you want more? Do you want less? And the last one is me. Am I looking after myself? Am I growing as a person? Am I looking after my health, my mental health, my physical health? These are some of the aspects you really need to focus on. So there's 5 aspects. They all spell out dream. Easy to remember: divine, relationships, employment, assets, and me. One of the biggest reasons that these New Year's resolutions don't stick is people don't have a strong enough why. This is the reason that you want to change. This is the reason you want to be a better person. What is your why? Without this why, and at least written down, there's going to be days where you're going to forget why you decided to quit smoking or why you wanted to run every day. And you just look at that why and you go, oh yeah, right, that's why I wanted to do it. So write your compelling future requires you to really write down this why and have it strong enough that you can refer back to. So here's 5 questions that you can ask yourself to establish your why. What areas of your life do you need to give the most attention to growth and change? Number 2, how do your goals align with your core values and your long-term vision? Number 3, what specific steps are you going to take to turn your resolution into daily and weekly and monthly habits? Number 4, how do you know you're on this path? Who are you staying accountable to? You got to have someone you're accountable to. Number 5, what are some of the biggest obstacles and challenges you can foresee yourself encountering, and how do you plan to overcome them? How do you change your visions into reality? You really got to start with creating a roadmap. You need to create smaller, actionable steps that lead you to your bigger goal. Like I've heard before, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So how do you achieve this massive goal? By doing one small incremental thing daily or weekly or monthly to achieve the bigger picture. Here's a good tip too, is you really have to have a reward for yourself partly along the way. You know that it's really hard to get from point A to point B. So somewhere along the line, you need to create some milestones that when you get to that milestone, you celebrate. If you want to go out for dinner or do something special with a family member, or just make a post saying, I did this. That's one really good way. It allows you to focus on the fact that you're making it happen, and it gives you a lot of credibility. I don't know if you realize this, but forming habits is really, really crucial in these steps. It takes, I think, about 40 days to actually form a solid habit. So if you could do one particular item 40 days in a row, you've created a habit, and now it's second nature. And something that I did is I read a book called Atomic Habits, and man, that book was amazing. It was all about habit building. So you're already doing stuff on a day-to-day basis that you form habits on. Just add another habit, add one more thing daily. If you can form one new habit every day, that's 365 habits you've created in a year. So this is a really good tip. And if you need help, purchase the book Atomic Habits, read through it. It's a great read. Roadblocks are going to be the hardest things. You are not always going to be on fire. You are not always going to have great days. What is it that's going to keep you on track? But you also have to look at what these roadblocks are going to be, anticipate what these roadblocks are going to be, and be able to recognize when you're in these roadblocks with an answer of how to get out of them. So for instance, like let's say I'm down and depressed. I know that what gets me out of the slumps is to go for a walk or go for a run. I know that. I always feel great after that. So what is it about you that is going to get you back on track? Because you're not always going to have these great days. I want to thank you for watching, and if you really enjoyed what the content I put out here, hit the like button and subscribe. And we have a blog on our website, and the link is in the bio. Just hit that, and it'll take you right to our website. You can read all about it. There's also a ton of other information in there. And I want to know what's important to you this year in 2024. What is your New Year's resolution? Write that in the comments. I want to know. And I want other people to hear the same thing and read the same thing so they're also inspired. But thank you very much for watching, and over and out.